boxing.
Beats and rhymes.
No one can do it better.
I still want to recap 2024.
Alexander Usyk dissected Tyson Fury, technically in the ring and mentally outside of it. It was a thing of beauty. Fury started their back and forth loud, following up from 2022 when he was calling this guy a midget, a middleweight, gap tooth foreigner nobody wants to see. No Ukrainian or Eastern European as heavyweight champion. They've got to come from a westernized country, Britain or America. I want 70-30 because it's me they're coming to see. You sausage. You little cowardly, ugly bastard. You had your opportunity to fight me in April. Biggest fight of all time, fight of the century. That was in 2023. And listen, he's a smack talker. Muhammad Ali was a smack talker. And yes, I'm having an indulgent moment in his downfall. There has to be certain conditions with being a smack talker. If you smack talk and you win, well, all the more so impressive. You talk the talk and you walk the walk. When you smack talk and lose, well, there's varying degrees of losing. You can lose comprehensively, and you can lose and it's competitive where either man could have got the decision perhaps, or it's a dour struggle and one man eventually has to concede ground to the winner. It is what it is. In my opinion, Usyk won 2 decisive decisions. And while Tyson wasn't overwhelmed, someone who they were saying was the greatest ever or a top 10 heavyweight shouldn't be losing to someone he himself said is a small cruiserweight and a middleweight. But you know, Usyk's stage presence, while not vulgar, has been very effective. Nonetheless, I'll never leave you alone. A lot of people didn't understand what it meant at first, and then we realized, I'm going to stay on you and I'm going to throw real punches at you. He told Tyson Fury the blueprint and carried it out twice. Greedy belly. Here. 70-30 greedy belly. Take it.
I see all this talk of boxing fights. They want 50%. Usyk's and all this. Tyson's being greedy. Where I'm standing, Usyk, you and your team are worth 30%. You either take it or you leave it. And if you don't want it, go and fight Daniel Dubois at the Copper Box and get a few $1 million. If you want to make some real money, come and fight the Gypsy King. But I will say, for every day from today that you linger, mess around, I'm going to deduct 1% from the 30%. So every day, I'm going to deduct 1% until you take it. And if you don't take it, fight Dubois for $2 million. Not a problem. But how in the world could Jews ever offer me a deal? Not possible.
Hey, greedy belly, I accept your offer. 70-30 split to fight with you on April 29th at Wembley. But you will promise to donate to Ukrainian immediately after the fight. On £1,000,000 on every day of your deal, you will pay 1% from your poorest to Ukrainian people. Deal?
Smack talking is one thing. You know, Ali took it too far. Called him Frazier, Patterson, Tyrrell, Uncle Tom's, House, N-words and shit like that. He went too far. And he did more stuff. He went too far. Fury, where he went too far, in my opinion. Okay, you're going to call him names. You're going to call Usyk names. Cool. But when you try to humiliate your opponent and offer him scraps in public, it was distasteful. And I'm not one who is opposed for someone taking the majority of the food on the table if they're able to do so. But the fact he was going to walk away from the fight if he didn't get 70-30 was disgusting. And if it wasn't for the Saudis, we wouldn't have got the fight.
Fury wanted Usyk to say 70-30 is unacceptable, which most people wouldn't have had an issue if Usyk did say that. But Usyk said deal. And he still tried to walk away from the fight, Fury.
And Frank Warren has to realize, he can bang on about Tyson Fury having bipolar while he says insensitive things. But people are looking at the paper trail of bullcrap that he said, the excuses he's made to try and welch out of the Usyk fight. And now he's lost. A lot of people want to take their pound of flesh, and nobody is going to stop them. 1 minute, I don't care about the money, then you're trying to take all the money in the pot versus Usyk. Did he give the homeless people that money he said he wasn't going to give? No charities came out and said, yeah, Tyson Fury's donated this. No one. None of the media have covered it. Even Zhilei Zhang told him to stop all the fake call-outs and the lies, saying he's going to fight Joshua and then Usyk. We hear he's going to fight Chris Healy for the Central Area title. Then it was Jayo Pataya. One time he said he was training with Conor McGregor, and Conor McGregor said, no, he's not. Stop all the lies.
Then you've got the disgruntled media observers, disgruntled that Usyk cleaned up Fury twice at TalkSport, another on ESPN, and some of the Wilder supporters, who I guess wanted Wilder's losses to Fury to appreciate if he could beat Usyk. And you have to ask yourself, was Fury right? Do they really want a champion from that part of the world? The way they're reacting to Usyk and his successes makes you wonder, did Fury have a point?
It's a small cruiserweight. A foreigner don't speak good English, and nobody's really interested anyway. He's not saying anything I like. I want the big fights that people are interested in, and that ain't one of them.
What if he was to beat Joshua?
Klitschko brothers, they got similar treatment. Not in the UK, in America. And I guess the Eastern European temperament for outsiders is a little like Marmite. But when Usyk appeared in the press conference in the Hitman suit and the briefcase, convinced Tyson Fury to sign the picture where Usyk was whooping his ass in the 9th round. I mean, he just took the stage and Tyson had to stay there silent. You gotta give Usyk his due. Like the rematch of AJ in Saudi Arabia, when they started playing them drums and Usyk did that dance and AJ was just looking on. I said, this is an ominous sign already. And it was. I'm not gonna say like Ali in Zaire, where they were singing Bumaye, Ali kill him. I'm not going to say it was as iconic as that, but in its own way, this guy is a beast at the psychological warfare. He really is. And I don't care if casuals or historians want to say he's not an ATG. In my opinion, he is an all-time great fighter. Now, all-time great fighter is a totally different list to an all-time great heavyweight. Usyk has an accumulative resume at cruiser and at heavy. In my opinion, with 23 fights, which is an abnormally low number of fights to put someone in the ATG category, I see him as an all-time great fighter. He can only fight within the conditions of the era he fights in. He can't have a resume like Ezra Charles, like an Archie Moore. They rob Usyk of a stoppage in the first fight, which might have put paid to a rematch later down the line, because I'm not sure if Tyson psychologically would have been ready for the quick turnaround from May to December if he actually got stopped. What the referee was playing at when he jumped in front of Usyk and stopped him landing the coup de grace, I don't know.